I understand. I could have had class. I could have been a contender. Hulk. Smash.
Mrs. Robinson, you're trying to seduce me.
Here's Johnny. What do you want?
Hey, motherfucker.
You never go ass to mouth.
Now what is so damn funny?
And here we go. We will not go quietly into the night. We will not vanish without a fight.
The Force will be with you. Always.
But the truth! You can't handle the truth! Showtime, everybody! Showtime!
What's up, fanboys and fangirls? Welcome to episode 19 of the Movie Club podcast, coming to you, of course, from fanboysanonymous.com. This is the October edition, and of course, we needed to figure out something to do on the horror spectrum, so our original plan was going to be to pick a few Wes Craven movies and review those. However, come crunch time to record this, all but one of those panelists chickened out like a bunch of wimps, so we're going to do something a little different this time around, and instead of reviewing several movies that were chosen in advance that people had watched and would give their rankings 0 to 10 and all that other kind of stuff, comparing the opinions and whatnot, we're going to give you recommendations on what you should watch this Halloween if you have friends that aren't pussies. With that being said, I am your host, Tony Mango, and joining me on this panel is our resident Scream Queen, who has more guts than any of the guys who passed on this episode, Caroline Oliveira. What's up, Caroline?
Hello! Woo! Hello!
So, if anybody was going to do this, it's definitely you, because you are our horror person.
Yes, very proud of that.
And like I had said, it's Halloween time, and, you know, people are going to be doing their marathoning of different kind of horror films and whatnot, and instead of just talking about the Halloween series or the typical Jason and Freddy and Chucky and whatever, we recently lost Wes Craven. I don't know why I'm botching all over the place here, but Wes Craven. He passed away not that long ago, so we figured we'd kind of like focus this around him. And if you were to say the go-to Wes Craven movie, I would assume you'd think Nightmare on Elm Street, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Now, I've seen at least one of them. I don't remember which one. And I might not have actually watched the whole thing. I might have seen parts of different ones and just mashed them all together or something like that. But out of the Nightmare on Elm Street films, what's the best one, do you think?
Well, I would say the original is always the best one. It didn't have, I mean, yes, you're going to watch it now, you're probably going to laugh at Johnny Depp's death. Johnny Depp's death.
Wes Craven.
I mean, it's funny now, but when it was in the theaters, it was definitely a breakthrough. You don't get to see Freddy that often. I think he only has like 8 minutes of screen time, something like that. Like, he's not there at all. We don't see him, and creates that whole Jaws effect, which I think it's awesome.
He's really not in it that much?
He's in the very first one. He's not. We don't see him that much, which is great. I would say definitely go with that one if you're gonna watch it. If you're new to this series, yeah, just start with the first one and just be prepared to be disappointed afterwards. Not so much for the second and the third, but it gets really, really bad. Especially with the newest remake, which was just ridiculous.
I'm looking at the franchise list right now. They're not all Wes Craven.
Right.
But he did do Wes Craven's New Nightmare, and I've never seen that one. Is that like a reboot?
Was that the one?
Or is that just like another story?
1994.
94, yeah.
No, it was like just a new movie. The remake that kind of didn't feel like a remake was, I think, a few years ago, and it was not Wes Craven, and it got a lot of the real Nightmare of Elm Street folk like really upset because they reimagined Freddy as being a child molester. Let's just get that clear, people. He killed kids. He did not touch them other than killing them, if you know what I mean. And also his makeup is always like, I mean, it's so iconic. Like, why would they change that? But they did. Yeah, and there's like some rumors going around that a new it's gonna come out, and the original guy who played Freddy is gonna be in it. Not 100% sure if that's true though.
Well, we've got that. Like, if that's not the go-to Wes Craven thing, Scream probably is the other one, I would
Right.
assume.
Oh yeah.
Now,
I
that's
mean,
another
it's
one
so
I
good.
know I've seen, Scream.
You probably did, especially because it's not horror. It's kind of funny.
Yeah, and I mean, I did like what I had seen of it. I don't remember, like, anything about it, though, because it was 96, and I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
I saw it in, like, 98. But, I remember Scary Movie more than Scream.
Yeah, you know what? In a weird way, me too.
It's funnier, I think.
Oh, of course, yeah. I mean, Scream's really good too, though. It's really funny as well. It was fresh. Like nobody had done a horror movie about horror movies, making fun of cliche in horror movies. So it's funny like that. But if you want to laugh, just watch a Scary Movie, which is hilarious. The first one is.
The first one, yeah. The second
Yeah.
one kind of sucks.
Yeah.
The third one's great, though, actually.
Oh, really? I didn't see the
Mhm.
third one.
Yeah, the
I
third
got
one's...
so disillusioned with the second one.
The third one's kind of more like Naked Gun and stuff, a little bit. And the fourth one sucks, and I didn't see the fifth one, because I don't think anybody saw the fifth one.
Yeah, nah.
But-
I didn't even know there was a fifth one, to be 100%
Yeah,
honest.
that's how bad it bombed.
Oh, that sucks.
Now, the other, was it 3? There's Scream 2, 3, and 4, I think, right? Yeah. Are those, like, any decent?
I mean, they're okay. I was happy with the first one, just being the one movie. And moving on, I would say for this Halloween, if you want to feel scared and if you don't want to get too caught up in how cheesy certain things are, not even how it looks because it's newish, so the effects are not bad at all. But it's cheesy. I have a hard time saying that I didn't like them though because Wes Craven died. I just feel
Well, that doesn't make his stuff any better.
Oh, but it's just like, oh man, like he's such an inspiration. Like he was such an amazing guy, and I just feel bad. But like, they're cheesy, but they're not horrible.
Did you ever see the TV show?
No, I'm not gonna watch that thing. Even though Sean said that he was really good, but I don't really trust his taste in TV shows, to be 100% honest.
Well, he is the executive producer.
Yeah, but and that's my dog snoring, you guys. I'm sorry. Yeah, but then he didn't get a lot. He literally got that title just because he allowed them to use.
It's just a name only.
Yeah, the name. Yeah, he didn't. He was not involved with it at all. So I'm not gonna watch that thing. It's on MTV. Like, ugh.
Oh, it is? I thought it was like HBO or something.
Oh, I wish. That would be awesome. No, it was on MTV.
Ugh.
Yeah. No bueno.
So, I mean, I think immediately those two things. And then I tend to go, after that, I go to his cameo in Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back, which is just totally not in this Halloween spirit kind of stuff. But you have seen quite a bit of his movies, right?
Yes.
What do you think of beyond those two? Like, what's your next go-to Wes Craven movie?
Well, my true favorite is actually The Serpent and the Rainbow, which a lot of people think is really dumb and cheesy or whatever. I think it's awesome. It's probably the best movie out there about voodoo, horror movie, about voodoo. And it's just great. It's based on a book about this guy who went to Haiti in search of this zombie-making drug that allegedly would make you, will turn you into a zombie. You will die, and then a few days later you will get out of your grave, and you had no idea what was going on, and you're completely drugged out. And the book
hell
is
would
actually...
you want to do that?
Well, I mean, if you were a zombie priest, and if you want to, like, curse people out, I think that's pretty ingenious, right? Like, if you just want to turn your rival or whatever into a zombie, you can poison him, and then everybody's gonna think you were a true miracle and
Oh, I thought
voodoo.
the guy wanted to take it.
Oh, no.
I was just like, what the hell? Just kill yourself already.
Well,
The serpent and the rainbow and that dipshit who wants to kill himself.
I mean, I don't know. I could see some people wanting to do that. But anyways, he goes there. He's a researcher, scientist. He goes there because the pharmaceutical companies are interested in using this drug as a new anesthetic during surgery. And he goes there, and Haiti is in the middle of a revolution. People go missing just because they oppose the government, dictatorship, or whatever. And also, like, there's a lot of voodoo and supernatural stuff going on. It's a really good movie, and it's a very young Bill Pullman. It's nice. It just, when I watch that movie, I just want to go to Haiti and become a voodoo priestess, and I love that feeling.
You hear it's Bill Pullman? Might be Bill Paxton.
Oh, wait. I always confuse those two.
Exactly. That's why I made this.
Whoever was the guy who played the president in Independence Day.
I think that was Pullman.
Yeah, Pullman.
Right.
Paxton was the guy who played the dad in that TV show where he's married to a bunch of women. I forget.
No idea what that show is, but it sounds horrifying.
It's actually a really good show. It was on HBO. I can't remember the name. Oh, Big Love, of course. No, it's Bill Pullman. He's really young, and I think it was like mostly shot in South America too, so it just feels really legit, and it's awesome. And there's a scene in the movie where, I'm not gonna ruin it too much, but somebody gets strapped inside a coffin, and the coffin gets filled with blood. It's beautiful. It's just so. It's beautiful.
Why is it called The Serpent and the Rainbow? Is that like a spoiler thing?
No, it's not. They explain it right in the beginning. It's because in voodoo religion, they believe that like there's like Earth is represented by the serpent, and the sky is represented by a rainbow. And when you're alive, you're aware of those two things, but there is a place between life and death where you can get stuck in between those things, and you're not alive, or you're not dead. So you're a zombie, and that's why it's called Serpent and the Rainbow.
See, when we were picking these movies, and I listed all of them, whatever, The Serpent and the Rainbow, to me, it sounded like something kind of like the Across the Universe movie, like the Beatles. Like,
yeah, I could see that.
The Yellow Submarine, The Serpent and the Rainbow, like, or some kind of like after-school special, like Charlie Brown and the Serpent and the Rainbow, or Harry Potter and the Serpent and the Rainbow. Didn't think that it was a horror film. Rainbows and horror films don't really.
I
connect
know.
to me.
Yeah. I agree 100%. And for a while, the title kept me from watching it because I just felt it was probably like super stupid.
Mm-hmm.
Being really a rainbow and serpent.
Like,
no,
at least when something's called
good.
Nightmare Cafe, you're like, all right, Nightmare, I get it.
Yeah, true. And maybe that's why that movie didn't do so well. Like, people just don't really know too much about it and don't really watch it. But I really recommend it. It's a great movie. I even own it. Like, I go for periods where I have to watch that movie every Saturday for some reason.
Why
then,
Saturday?
I don't know. I don't know how my brain works. It just happens. I think because Sunday is more like a Rosemary's Baby kind of day. So, maybe that's why.
That was our first pick, I think, that we had. The other one, other than Wes Craven's New Nightmare, was The People Under the Stairs, if I remember correctly.
Yes.
Which, I don't know anything about that one, but that one I immediately went to, that sounds like a Goosebumps book. Instead of something like that.
It kind of feels like it, too. It's kind of funny. It's really funny. And I don't know if it's because the first time I watched it in a class, and the teacher was obsessed with every single horror movies about black dicks. I'm not even joking. But that was like his whole thing was like, oh, this movie is about he was black, by the way. It's about the white man's fear of the black dick. Every single movie, no matter what we watched. I think the only one he didn't say that was The Devil's Advocate. Which, I mean, there's only
I can't see any connection with that one.
One black guy in the movie, but everything else, The Fly, oh, do you see that? It's a black penis erected. No, it's a fly. So it was funny because I was watching under those circumstances. But I think people would still think it's really funny. Kids are the main characters, so you can either go really creepy with that, or you can go kind of lighthearted, which is what happened. The main character's name's Fool. Like, he doesn't even have a real name. Like, his nickname is Fool. There's, like, incest in it.
Ving Rhames' this big black dick.
Well, there's this one character that has, like, a full S&M costume of black latex. So that's
the Gimp
where
from Pulp Fiction.
Yeah. Oh, there you go.
There's the crossover between that and Ving Rhames and.
But yeah, that's when my professor was like, "See that? Oh my God, it's a black dick." It was a great class.
I definitely would say to throw this into the Halloween recommendation then, at the very least, just for that. Just to have all your friends and be like, all right, tell me if you think this movie's about dicks.
You guys should do that. It's very entertaining.
I'm looking at his filmography right now, and the different things he's worked on. Some of them he wasn't directing, some of them he was just a writer or executive producer or editor or something like that, but did not know that he did some Dracula stuff. Dracula 2000?
Oh, it's so bad.
I kind of remember hearing that it was terrible. I don't remember which one that is, though. I think the last Dracula movie I had seen was either Bram Stoker's Dracula, which I wasn't really too fond of, or Dracula Dead and Loving It, which I know Wes Craven didn't do.
Yeah, that one's really good, though. No, Dracula, what is it, 3000?
2000.
2000, it's bad. If I'm not 100% mistaken, it's about a group of, not even scientists, but people that want to resurrect Dracula. They found his alleged coffin, and they want to resurrect him to find out how to become immortal or whatever. And of course, things go haywire. It's a really bad movie. Don't even watch it as like a soundtrack for you doing the dishes. It's just bad.
What about the other ones? He did a couple other, Dracula 2, Ascension, Dracula 3, Legacy.
Oh, those I didn't even watch. Like, I got so disillusioned with his first Dracula attempt that I was just like, no. But I love him. Rest in peace.
This is totally not Wes Craven, but did you see that new Dracula movie? I can't remember the name of it now. Dracula Reborn or Dracula Let's Try This Again or something.
No, I didn't. Was it kind of like an action one? No.
All I know is that it's got Luke Evans in it, because that's the guy that I wanted to be Batman. And I was just kind of like, fucking, instead of Batman, he's just being a Dracula Untold. It just looked.
Oh, okay. I know what you're talking about. No, I did not watch it. It's kind of like on the vein of like a
little too superhero-y.
Yeah. And I love my Dracula. I just don't like it like that.
He's got to be just like an evil son of a bitch.
Yes! And just mysterious and just, evil. I love it. Not about black dicks.
I don't know, that one might be
I'm sure my teacher would find something about it. You see he's sucking the blood. You see his fangs? The way they have that shadow over there? That's a black dick.
So I'm looking at this list right now, and I really have not seen like any of these. But one thing that does stand out to me is Swamp Thing, because that is an actual superhero.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Swamp Thing is a DC character. He a lot of his stories take place in Gotham.
See, I did not know that. To me, Swamp Thing was like the swamp creature, the green one that kills women, that stuff. I had no idea. Well, maybe he did like a... Oh, it's like 1982. Maybe he did like a crossover superhero thingy?
Well, this was... The comic book character has been there for decades. Like... So I guess they got him because it is kind of more on the horror side. Like, I mean, if you were going to have him do either Swamp Thing or The Flash, he's going to do Swamp Thing. Like,
Right.
But I haven't seen that movie yet. Probably because it's just older. And, you know, comic book movies aren't the same as what they used to be, kind of a thing. Like, they're actually good now. But I didn't see that. And something that I do think I would check out, other than that, though, is not a movie recommendation, but still his episodes of The Twilight Zone, because there's a little bit more bite-sized. Like, I think I could watch 5 of those and kind of be done with it instead of sitting down for a full 2-hour movie.
Yeah. Yeah, no, they're great. And I mean, at the end of the day, he was just a really good filmmaker. And I think he even had like a kind of like a romantic movie or a short film that was part of, I think it was like Paris I Love You collection or something like that. And I remember this one interview of him saying that for the longest time he wanted to do movies like this, but studios wouldn't allow, like, they wouldn't pay for his movies if they weren't horror. So he was just stuck with horror. And even though he wanted to branch out, and that he was okay with being like the horror guy, but he wanted to try other things too. So he did his romantic movie, but everybody knows him for his horror movies. I mean, it's hard not to. Even his name is weird. It's creepy.
Wes Craven, like,
yeah, it's like Craven.
Not the most, like, there's Paris Je t'aime by Wes Craven, like,
yeah, exactly. It's like, oh, is there a vampire in there?
That's like the Rob Zombie's the dude that's been doing the films, right?
Oh yeah.
Like, I couldn't picture him doing Sweet Home Alabama.
Well, maybe if you add some like deranged killer or some
We'll do the
inbred.
sequel, Sweet Home Alabama, about the like inbred psycho killer people in Alabama from the bayou or something like that.
I love it. I would watch that.
Well, he followed up the Paris Je t'aime with The Hills Have Eyes 2, and what do you think about that whole The Hills Have Eyes remakes and the originals and whatever? Like, I've heard that the remake's better.
Yeah, it actually is. I mean, yes, the first one was great because it was the first one. It was the original. You can't go wrong with the original. But I actually had more fun with the remakes. Really great movies. I was a little torn with the second one because a dog dies. So yeah, but then the husband dog saves the day, and he kind of does everything you want the human characters to do. Like, if the human characters are like running, you're like, no, turn back, kill that bastard. The dog does it, and it's so great. It's just it's awesome. I actually love the second one.
That's the remake one, right?
Yeah. Yes, the remake. And the inbred people, they look really cool. Really, really cool. Like, so good. You guys should watch it. Just be warned, there's a lot of barking in this movie, and if you have a dog, you might get stressed out. But it's awesome.
So if they were going to watch one of the Hills Have Eyes things, should they watch the original or should they watch the remake?
I would say if you're not a horror person per se, like you don't care if it's because some people are like, no, I just want to watch the original ones. I would say with this one, go with the remake. It's more entertaining, I think, and it's in a way it's edgier, and it keeps you like tense the whole entire time. It's great. It
totally
does
not my type of movie. I don't get into even thrillers, let alone horror movies.
Oh man, no, I love them so much. Like, I swear to God, if I could find a way to survive just by watching horror movies 24 hours a day, I totally would, and I'll be so happy.
And to me, they're a chore. They're like, this Halloween, if I wasn't already like busy and I wanted to put on a marathon or something like that, I'd start watching the Bond films to prepare for it.
Well, I mean, some of the Bond villains are kind of creepy, so that's okay.
There actually is one on this list, though, that I did want to go see in theaters, and I didn't get around to doing it, and that's Red Eye.
Oh, yeah.
That seemed kind of cool to me.
That's a good movie to watch on a plane.
To show it on a plane? I don't even think that they would do that.
They would never do that, but if you could, like, download it maybe and watch it on the plane, that's pretty sweet. It's a good movie. I like the guy who plays the evil guy in it. I keep forgetting his name, but he has such a cool look to his face.
Cillian Murphy?
Yes! He's so cool.
You just looked at his name as Kill in it.
That too. No, I love him. He's really nice to look at, and he's kind of like, he could probably kill you, but he's really gorgeous, so you kind of don't care.
Did you see Batman Begins?
Yeah, I did.
Is he better in that as Scarecrow or in Red Eye? Which one's freakier? Now, I've seen him in that, and I've seen him in Tron Legacy for, a hot minute, and he's not scary at all in Inception.
Yeah, he's not. It's just his face. I kind of like him like Scarecrow. I just don't like Batman Begins, so that movie kind of like, eh.
Boo, it's so good.
Nah.
Oh, it's even better than Dark Knight in some ways.
I don't even like Dark Knight that much.
What?
Why? Don't sue me. You don't watch Wes Craven movies, okay? You cannot say anything.
Joker is better than any horror movie character that's ever been created. I'm saying that outright.
No. Just no.
So what are some other ones on this list here? I don't know jack shit about, like, The Tripper or Diary of the Dead or Tales from the Crapper? What the hell?
Yeah.
Alright, that sounds kind of amazing. I might want to check that one. But if you look at, like, his older ones, like Chiller or Deadly Blessing, like, that stuff right over my head. I can't even tell you, like, the slightest bit of information about those.
That's so good. I don't think I can either. Like, I've seen some of these movies, but I really don't remember. So they're probably not that great. Last House on the Left is good, though. It's definitely not for everyone. It's a very, like, I found it was a hard movie to watch because it has a lot of rape and very intense violence against women. But it's a good revenge movie, and it's basically these two girls are, I won't say kidnapped by this group of weird nomad thugs, and they're taken to the woods. Bad stuff happens. Anyways, the thugs think that they're done with them. They ended up seeking refuge on one of the girls' parents' place, and they don't know. And then the parents find out, and they decide, okay, you know what? They did this to our girl. We're gonna torture you and kill you, which is great. Which is what one should do.
Do you have to watch the first house on the left and the second house on the left and all that together?
Oh my god! How did I not see this coming?
Any other ones that stand out from either like early career or the very tail end of his career? Because the last one that he did, if I'm looking at this correctly, was Scream 4.
Yeah.
I guess it's a kind of a fitting way to.
But he was a producer there, so I don't think he had a whole lot of creative input. I hope he didn't because it was bad. Oh, The Wishmaster was kind of fun. Like, there's some, like, cool monsters in there. Yeah, I mean, his latest stuff and the very, like, some of his earliest stuff, like, I have no idea what Together is. Or Kent State, whatever that is. But I would say People Under the Stairs. The Last House on the Left, I think, was like one of his first movies that I watched, the original one, and I was just completely blown away by it. And I decided that I was gonna love him, and I did.
If you had to pick, probably I would assume like 5 is like the maximum people would do for a Halloween marathon, but 2 days from now, we're recording this the 29th for those who can't figure that out. A couple days from now, when people do figure out what movies they want to do, if they want to do a Wes Craven marathon, which 5 movies should they do?
Serpent and the Rainbow for sure. If you guys don't like it, suck it. It's a great movie. Serpent and the Rainbow. I would say The Last House on the Left. If you want to see the very greedy version, watch the original. If you want to see, I don't even want to say lighter version because it's not. It's still very disturbing. But maybe a nicer version, watch the remake. People Under the Stairs is fun. It could be that movie that you just want to see, like, black dicks, even though there's no black dicks in it. But it's a lighter movie, so maybe when you're like really drunk and on Halloween night, you just want to laugh a little bit and still be a little freaked out because it's freaky. It's not creepy. That's what I'm trying to get. It's freaky, which is great. Those are 3. I can't even count anymore. I would say definitely watch the original Nightmare and the original Scream. I mean, you should if you haven't already.
Maybe do like People Under the Stairs into Scream if you're still kind of like in laughing mood kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that would be perfect. Oh, and if you have seen either Scream or Nightmare, watch The Hills Have Eyes too, which is great. That one will get you pumped. You get like, yeah, that's like, it's like horror movie where stuff you wanted to happen happens, which is great.
Let's skip the one with the dog though, right?
Well, just, be warned. It's sad. But then the other dog gets revenge, so it's kind of like, yeah, good. It's sad.
Alright, well, I have no suggestions of what to watch when it comes to this. I don't have a clue. I would probably just go with, like, hey, just watch all the Scream ones. But is there any other things for the Wes Craven side of stuff that you want to bring out for this podcast?
Just that he will be terribly missed. And that I think that these movies that we mentioned are always going to be like one of the biggest staples in horror movie culture. And I mean, he was a genius. Like, he created Freddy. Like, come on. Can't go wrong with that. And you guys should watch it. And you guys should definitely try, and not even try. You should just watch Serpent and the Rainbow and enjoy it. And then be like, thank you, Caroline. We had no idea this movie existed. You're welcome. It's great.
Funny enough, by the way, I'm looking at his Rotten Tomatoes scores right now. His highest rated thing is the original Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yes.
That's got a 94. Holy shit. But his lowest rated is the 1985 Hills Have Eyes Part 2. That's got a 0.
Yeah, that's the original, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
0 out of 100. So he got almost 100 out of 100 and then 0 out of 100. Holy shit. That's a big, big difference. So if you are going to check out Hills Have Eyes 2, make sure you're watching the right one again.
Yeah. Watch the remake.
Yeah. Alrighty, I think that'll do us in then for episode 19's October edition movie club. Tell me if you think that you like this kind of format in the comments below. Maybe we'll do some more of these in the future. Maybe kind of do like 2 movie club things a month, a recommendation one, and something about the movies, or maybe we'll even just switch the format up entirely. I don't know. But leave those comments below. Make sure you share, like, favorite, subscribe, pass this along to your friends and family and all that kind of stuff. And make sure that you have fun on Halloween too, because that's obviously what this is all about. So anything that you want to plug, Caroline?
Sure. Check out my Instagram, creepy_Caroline. Something really awesome is going to happen on Saturday, and I'm very excited about. And it's not going to be a Halloween party. Well, even though I am going to one, but...
It's just going to be Snapchat things from that?
Ew, no. Which, by the way, still don't get Snapchat, but that's a whole different conversation. What I was going to say, yeah, my little toy is going to be in there, so just check it out.
And the website czofx.com?
Yes, Tony, even though I haven't checked that thing forever, but yeah.
Oh yeah, that's it. From my side of things, obviously, of course, keep checking fanboysanonymous.com. I pumped out a couple other articles, and I'm going to be trying to write some more for you guys about different things, mostly movie-related, because I don't know what the hell to talk about when it comes to a lot of the other things. I don't listen to music nowadays and stuff. But check that stuff out. And next month's movie club is going to be the Bond films, which I'm super pumped for. Then after that, it's going to be Star Wars, which I'm even more pumped for, because, oh my god, the movie looks so fucking good. And review points are going to be coming for those things as well. We got group meetings coming up too. We've got different stuff for the wrestling side of things. It's markoutmoment.com. And if we end up deciding to do any All Talk Show episodes, then you can find those on All Talk Show all over social media too. So just bookmark everything that's under a mango tree, and you'll see my name pop up far too many times, and you'll get sick and tired of me. And I think that's it for episode 19. Thank you all for listening. Keep watching movies.
At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought.
I'm too old for this shit.
Good day, sir!
You stay classy, San Diego. Roads? Well, we're going, we don't need roads. Frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn.
I'm finished.
That'll do, Pete. That'll do. Hasta la vista, baby.
Hey, everybody! We're all gonna get laid!
You're still here? It's over. Go home.